Season 20 for Kirk Ferentz at Iowa in some select company, as you see, since 1950. These are the only coaches to coach 20 full seasons in one Big Ten school. Woody and Bo.
Getting old.
And getting 143 wins as Iowa's head coach. The next one moves him past Ryan into first place on the school's all-time wins list. Coach, great to have you here as it is every year. 20 is a nice round number. Is there any significance to it beyond that for you?
Yeah, first of all, I haven't made it that far yet. Okay, so,
I like your chances.
Yeah, at least we're heading in the right direction. But, yeah, I think it just reflects that I'm in a really good place. And been there, this will be year 20, but 9 years as an assistant, too. And commonality between both stays. Just we've had good players to work with. I've worked with great coaches, both obviously Coach Fry, but all the assistants that were there in the 80s, the guys that we've had the last 19 years. And then great support, too, and great leadership on campus. So all that combines for a really, just a really good place to be.
Kurt, where's Nate Stanley have the most to improve? What area of his game?
You know, I think a lot of just little things now. The hardest part, I think, is over. The fact that, you know, he hadn't played last year at this time. We had named him as a starter. So he's been out there. He's played under fire. He's had some really good moments, some tough moments. And now it's really about refining, you know, just doing things a little quicker, being a little bit more accurate, making a little better decisions here and there. But he's really got a great base, and his attitude is just so outstanding that and he's getting really good coaching from Ken and Brian. So I just think his best football is ahead of him right now.
At times last year, you struggled running the ball. Is there anything you can do other than just playing better? I mean, is there any tweaks to the offense that you could do?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of things. Certainly our backs were capable last year. Akram and James Butler, you know, those guys were good backs. But we had two injuries in the offensive line that really impacted us. Two guys that were fifth-year seniors, 300-plus-pound guys that were mature, veteran players. I happened to walk out behind them one day in practice in November, and it really dawned on me at that point, like, look at these guys. They're grown men, and they're not playing for us. But the other factor, I think, you know, we had a tough time throwing the ball the way we wanted to last year. We were so inexperienced at the receiver position. Noah was a really good player last year, but he was a first-year player, basically. TJ hadn't played at all, and our quarterback is a first-year player. So I think the combination of being better there, our staff is in the second year together as an offensive staff. Hopefully we'll be a much better balanced offense this year.
You know, I think you guys do a great job of recognizing talent and cultivating it. Who are some of the names that we may hear of in the secondary and also in that offensive line in the coming year?
You know, Keegan Render's really played very quietly, done a nice job for us, and he's a quiet guy. He's kind of like Nate Stanley. Doesn't talk a lot, but he's really, really respected. So I think, you know, we're counting on him to play well. Ross Reynolds hasn't played a lot of football, but he's been doing a lot. The growth he's made the last 2 years has really been impressive to us. Just set a record yesterday in the weight room, so he's doing some really good things. Those are two names right there. We're counting on those guys to play. Our two young guys hopefully will play well. And then over in the secondary, it's going to be interesting. You know, Amani Hooker really got off to a good start last year. I think his best football's in front of him. Mike Ojamata is another guy that's kind of been laboring behind the other guys. Saw a lot of growth out of him last spring. He's a quality guy. I was afraid he might be setting himself up for, a death run. He's an engineer, but he had a great semester last spring, really did a good job there. So it seems like everything's starting to come together for him as well. Hopefully we'll see that same thing on the field.
All right, Fenton Hawkinson at tight end. I mean, that's as talented a group as maybe anyone in this league has. I know you use the tight end a lot to begin with. It's one of the staples of the program, but can you look for even different ways to incorporate them, given how good those two are?
Absolutely. We'll do everything we can. And Noah really did a great job last year. His first year of playing full-time, and did so many good things. He's got a great attitude. He's really worked hard and improved himself. And then TJ, that was his first year playing, period. And we've seen a lot of growth with him, too. So those two guys, we'll try to move him around, keep him from targeting in on him, and hopefully he'll get some help from other guys on the outside, too. But we're excited to have both of them in the program.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Kirk Ferentz. Coach, always a pleasure.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate being on.
Thanks for your time.